Welcome back! CORSAIR DreamLeague Season 10. Day 2 of the first DPC event of the 2018-2019 circuit. That's right. It's us. It's the CORSAIR DreamLeague. It's a minor. And it's, or otherwise known as the Shiver Show, as you probably would have noticed by now. And I have, as currently listed as co-host, Mr. Odie Pixel.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Quite good. Quite good.
Good.
How's the couch doing? This is a better question.
We've got it fixed. We've got some wood underneath it. It's actually sturdier than before.
It actually is. You can't wiggle it anymore.
I can't wiggle it anymore, which I'm very frustrated at. It doesn't work. It's very static. It's very sturdy. We fixed it.
Well, you know, if anybody could wiggle that couch, you know who it would be?
No. Tell me, Shiva.
It would be Mr. Action Slacks! Don't break the door.
Sit down.
It didn't wiggle.
See, did you see? It doesn't move at all. Try and move it.
How are you doing, Jake?
Hey! I'm doing great.
How does it feel sitting in that corner over there?
Oh, it's a different corner. It's a different world.
Yeah.
Here. I like it. I feel smarter. That's where the analysts use it.
Yes, it is.
Boy, yo.
This is going to be the panel of most insightful Dota knowledge to date. That's right. We're here for one series in particular. And it is a series in Group B. We're going to see Tigers, and they're going to play against RNG, otherwise known as Royal Never Give Up. Should be an exciting match. Oh, and before the series started, or rather before the tournament started, you actually thought Royal Never Give Up was one of the teams to look out for. You thought that they were going to be in the top. Yeah, just in the top.
Yeah, I think out of this group, this wasn't a surprise to me that these two teams are the two teams that are playing in the winners bracket of the group as such. But from what I saw yesterday, I think these teams will maybe be a bit closer than I thought.
Yeah.
I thought Royal Never Give Up, even though they had some great players like for Monet, I felt play very stable. But as a team, it wasn't perfect. There was still a lot of sort of whiffed combos, stuff going all around. I don't know. It really depends. It depends if they've sort of gotten it together a bit more than they did yesterday. Because otherwise, I think it's going to be quite a close series. I could definitely see Tigers taking this one.
Yeah. Royal Never Give Up and Tigers have Ajit and Afu in the teams. I believe they used to be in the same squad.
Oh.
And Afu actually had time to talk to Moxie.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I'm here with Afu right now, and I have Adam as my wonderful translator. So my question is, how do you guys feel going into this match with Tigers?
我很想打爆阿杰。She really wants to beat Ajit.
Okay, do we have a lot of rivalry going on with that?
没有啦，就以前的 teammate 就特别想要打爆他，然后。
His old teammate, he just really wants to beat him.
All right, well, you see, we've got Salt even in Pro Dota here, so let's see what you guys can do today. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, Afu, ready to beat Ajit.
Yeah.
You know what? Moxie also got a hold of Ajit.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's hear if he has something to say to his former teammate.
Let's hear the deets.
All right, guys, I'm here with someone from Team Tigers, and they just came off of a victory over at the SCA Cyberland, yes? So are you guys feeling really confident being here now as well? Do you think you guys are going to win?
It's still much hard to say because we are not that stable yet as the team, so we'll figure it out.
Well, I think that you should have a positive attitude, and I think that you can definitely do it if you put your mind to it, okay? All right, back to you guys.
Little shy there.
Well, I think you should be positive. Man, that could have gone so much worse. What if he was like, I really love my old friend. I hope that we both have a good game. That would have been sad stuff.
Yeah.
Aw.
Aww.
But it wasn't.
All right. Tigers versus Royal Never Give Up. Slacks,
Yeah.
what do you got?
Tigers, baby!
Yeah?
I want to see that. I want to see that come out. Tigers looked amazing yesterday. I really was a big fan of them. They went in hard. They went in clawing. I liked them, man. And here they are coming out today. Shiver, don't refer to your notes. They were
Did
amazing.
we watch the same game?
Absolutely.
All right, I believe yesterday, at the end of the series, the Tigers was able to beat Runes yesterday. I think it was your quote saying, They just beat Runes. Doesn't say anything.
I didn't say that. Hell no. I was the one who liked Team Runes. I wanted Team Runes to win. And to beat such an esteemed stack of North Americans could only be done by the greatest of the great. I got big hopes for Tigers this series. I think that they're going to slice the competition like a Bengal in a zoo.
Bengals and Zoo are pretty harmless because they're behind Boris. What do you got, Owen?
No, I mean, I appreciate Slax's sort of excitement.
Yeah.
But as I said, I feel that RNG, I think, if they could just not make the mistakes that they made yesterday, like these guys, they should really be sort of a step above the other side. It's other teams here, I think. Like RNG have got some players that are just, you don't mess with. They've got the likes of Monet. They've got the likes of some newer sort of faces as well. Stay, for instance. I thought some of his safe lane Invoker yesterday was some of the hottest early game movements we've seen on Invoker, comparative to other Invokers like, for instance, mid ones that we were seeing. Sure, it was played differently. It's in the safe lane, but the way he moved around the map, the way he was sort of just getting incredibly active very early on with his Quaswex Invoker, as we're starting to see, is absolutely the way that you have to play this hero. It was fantastic to watch. But they were making mistakes. They were having team fights where, you know, it was the game where sort of Wyvern ults were being thrown out, RPs were there, suddenly a tornado comes in, throws up all the RP targets into the air, and it's so these mistakes, if you do make a team like Tigers, they'll absolutely come in and they will give you a run for your money.
Yep. RNG is also the team that did drop a game against TFT. The only 3-game series we've had so far. The only one. Why is that? What's wrong?
Nothing.
Why has it just been 2-0?
You know, did OG win TI without dropping a game? No. It's not even a mistake. It's learning about the enemy. Still won the series.
Did, yeah. Maybe they wanted to play that extra game. Who knows?
Exactly.
But if they want to play more games, they should lose here so they have a chance to play again tomorrow.
Well, it's more about to see if this is a pattern or simply an outlier in the perfect record of a perfect team.
Uh-huh. All right. Also, if you think that there's a perfect team and therefore a perfect player, you've got to vote. You can vote for your Hacks MVP during the game. And here are all the commands you can use. And you can only start voting during the game. So hold your horses. Is anybody standing out for you, Owen? Who would you vote for? Do you think that you already got your eye on someone?
I'm going to be, I think, for Stay. I think, you know, he got a lot of love yesterday from the viewers, and I think rightfully so. In the games they won, he did do some. He just played some really fun Invoker. So keep it up and do so again. Other than that, I think Monet is always an appealing target to go for because he really is that sort of solid carry that RNG can rely on if they don't sort of, you know, mess the game up elsewhere.
What do you think, Jake?
Yeah, I got to go with my boy Moon Meander.
Yeah?
What a classic gamer. What a classic player. What a consummate pro. God knows how to play a variety of different heroes. We've seen him excel so well that he's carried entire teams to greatness. Under the tutelage of a player like 1437, seems like it's almost an invincible combo.
Nice. We are going to go into draft of the first game very, very, very shortly. And I mean, we're already looking forward to Stay's Invoker. Great. Yep. And the other heroes pop to mind. We've seen a couple of very strong Terrorblades earlier today, of course. And I don't think that we're going to see Naya this series, for example.
I feel there's still a chance that TB will get through because some teams not going to want to ban him straight up and then he's going to get picked second or first pick. Here we have it. Nice bit of respect for Tigers, taking away that Magnus that we saw SRF play yesterday on RNG. Which looked very strong indeed. Good to see the Necrophos ban, the hero that you don't want to play against. It just so easily becomes this beast that you just cannot kill. He gets a Yules, he gets a Hood. Suddenly, you're having to throw so many resources at killing this one hero that by the time you killed it, he's already kicked back so much damage to you.
Yeah, it's really a scary hero. I guess we saw the strength of that last game, right? I mean, he could go, build up super tanky. He could get super damagey. It's just too much to worry about. But they're going to take out the Magnus, which we've seen a ton. Pretty much all these heroes, I think, have been all-stars of this tournament so far. So no surprise there. Oh!
Well, that's a bit of a different one.
Shadow Demon.
Bit of a targeted ban. Not a hero that everybody is playing.
We did see it yesterday as well as today, actually. A little bit of...
We did, but yeah, it did...
Hero popping up.
Is it worth a ban? I mean, not typically.
You let heroes like the Wyvern through when you ban off the SD. And
maybe that was their plan.
I mean, Wyvern is a very strong hero. I mean, it's sort of... Sure, I guess you can plan for it. You know, there's a likelihood they're going to do it, so maybe they do have something that they feel is a good answer to the Wyvern, but it feels like pretty much 90% of the time the Wyvern is still going to have quite an impact in the game.
Uh-oh. Ogre Magi, you've been paying attention. This definitely means that these guys are going to want to get Terrorblade this game. That seems like they've gone hand in hand.
It just sort of depends how early they want to pick it, if they do want to do so. Do they want to take it second, or do they want to sort of try and play the draft game and hold off to later? They're going to hold off to later. They get that Lina, which also is going to be very good if they get the TB, because Lina, of course, can be quite a popular choice to play in against a Terrorblade lineup, so you can sort of get online earlier, start moving around, making sure you can make plays against the TB, burst him down before he's able to farm his BKB.
Man, I'm getting flashbacks to the Luna days. Remember when people used to ban out Shadow Demon so that they could pick up a Luna and make sure that she didn't get messed up back in that meta? I ain't saying I'm going to say that here today.
We do see Luna sometimes.
But,
I mean, we saw it quite a few times at ESL at the previous LAN.
Yeah, it's interesting to note that special ban and what that might be trying to protect here. Monkey King going to be taken out as well. Interesting. Kinda. We saw Monkey King, I think, only once.
I think about both of these teams like and will play Monkey King.
But I think we mostly saw him lose so far this tournament.
Yeah, he got spanked. So
it's a hard hero to play. It definitely seems to be one of those heroes that a lot of teams will still go back to picking, but
Mostly picked up.
Cannot be very good as of late.
Mostly picked up against the Huskar.
yeah.
So some nice respect here for Stays Invoker. It's not going to be getting through the draft this time.
Interested to see if they will go against that Terrorblade. I think that's the reason we have seen a lot of those Winter Wyverns taken out. The court's out if Winter Wyvern's actually good against these Illusion heroes. Most people can say it's pretty good against TB, but maybe not your PLs, but I'm not sure if they'll be scared of that too much. And there you go. No Terrorblade today. They've seen that combo of Ogre too many times, so you're going to have to pick another right-clicker.
I mean, even if you feel like you can draft heroes to kill the Terrorblade, I think ideally at the moment, with how strong the hero is, you just don't let them play it. You just don't let them through, especially, as you mentioned, you've got the Ogre. There's already one sort of steroid that the Terrorblade's going to be given in the fights and in the pushes. Just don't let it through.
Yep. Smart decision there. I like what they're thinking. But I do need to see a little bit more of their draft. Right now, we don't have too much. We have a escape or a escape, pretty much. Most people use that Winter Wyvern ult defensively these days, right? So let's see some damage. Let's see some initiation.
Yeah, let's see some axes or something. We have seen Axe banned out a lot today. Actually, he's already banned. Never mind.
Yep. Axe, yeah, first ban.
Never mind me.
All right. Tigers, they were doing this pretty much consistently in the qualifiers that they played for this event a few weeks or how long ago it was, and it was pretty scary. They were winning sort of game after game. They'll happily pick the PL third. They'll happily pick it second. But this time they were able to sort of still get it through as the third pick. So,
what do you make of the troll ban?
You know, I don't know. Typically, you pick up a troll against something like a Phoenix, but she's already banned out. Not sure what really they're frightened of for high attack speed. Coming out here today. Phantom Lancer,
yeah, it's a little worried because I don't know if RNG would play the troll without the Magnus. I mean, I guess obviously Tigers they probably know RNG a lot better in terms of seeing all of their sort of past games. But a lot of the teams that do like to run the troll, they're only doing it when they get the Magnus.
Yep.
But interesting, to see that Tigers still in this day and age are still scared very much about the troll because I mean, it's a troll that's not going to have a Magnus. It's not going to have an Ogre because Tigers they've got the Ogre.
Yeah.
And normally troll does sort of need this +1 buff to really be a strong hero at the moment. Shaker gets through that. Brilliant pick for RNG. As always, you're never feeling bad with as a Shaker. I mean, they get a Shaker and Wyvern sort of duo, and being able to get it first pick and third pick around, slipping in a Centaur second, that's going to feel fantastic for Royal. Never give up.
They are very beefy so far. They just need a good damage dealer, and they're pretty good. Yeah. They have a lot of physical damage at the moment. I wouldn't be unhappy with some extra magical. Bane pick up for Tigers.
Very good now. Tigers has a nice front liner and Ogre Magi, later Phantom Lancer, but I don't know, man. I think we need a little bit more save here. Their initiation on Royal is great. Earthshaker gets you in, Centaur gets you in, Winter Wyvern will do great as well. I feel like
I mean, the Nightmare could be quite a nice save.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty short as well, though.
Yeah.
It is, but it can just be sort of that little extra time that, buys your PL the chance for his doppelganger to come back off cooldown or, as we've seen sort of just just really mess the team fight up. You got to Shaker jumping in. You're looking for them to find that follow-up lockdown with the Centaur. That little bit of invulnerability can be the make or break between your carry just getting chain locked down for the entirety of the fight and him being able to jump back out of there.
You know what I'm saying? I think that if you look at Tigers, obviously their supports are pretty nice. They don't need a lot of farm, but both Lina and Phantom Lance, I feel like that combo is on the greedy side. If their last hero is...
I mean, Lina does very well. I feel Lina could get the motion going sort of, and is a very good space creator for the PL. I think at the start of the game, you know, Lina should have a very good time in, I mean, whichever matchup. Sure, RNG, we don't really know what the matchup is going to be in the lane against the Lina, but this is a hero that wins her lane and can really start putting early pressure on.
Sure, in the positive scenario, if she's doing really well, she can do really good. But if she happens to get beat, if they don't put a lot of resources into making sure that middle lane is successful, you're going to see something like game 1 of last series, where you just have this Lina that's not really doing anything. And a Spectre comes out, Royal Never Give Up.
They also second picked Lina. That means that Royal Never Give Up had the time to think about what to put against her the entire time.
Yeah, they're still yet to show their mid hero.
Yeah. What is a great matchup against Lina if you already know you're going to be up against Lina?
Well, obviously the classic one is the TA, which has not been banned out
yet. Oh, they actually banned out Lesh. Never mind.
So if RNG want to roll with the TA, that certainly could be the opinion. Yeah, I mean, Lesh is one of those other heroes that we saw Stay play yesterday. You know, saw him play, I believe, 2 games on the Invoke on the side lanes. He played 1 game Lesh mid. So just banning out what they know RNG are comfortable with. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, RNG, I feel against the Lina, so TA if their mid lane is competent on it. I also kind of wouldn't mind a little bit of the old global going for RNG. You know, if you're running a Spectre, slip in a Zeus. I know we don't see too much Zeus, but again, sort of hero that can sort of nuke back, push the wave back against Lina. Lina's going to shove the wave in under your tower. With the good damage you've got from Arc Lightning, you're still able to farm reliably.
I like
against
that.
the pressure.
Hell yeah. I'd be down for a Zeus, but they're going to go for the Quap.
Oh.
Now, a lot of haters on that Quap lately.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. The Queen of Pain, we saw Dendi play it today, and I don't think Dendi in the lane, he didn't do bad, but the hero was still tough. Obviously, that's a totally different situation, but there is a reason why we do not see many teams playing the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, talk about losing your lane and not having much impact. If that doesn't go well against their middle lane, good night. You have nobody making space for your Spectre. You have still a lot of saves, I'll say, for your Spectre, but could go really out of hand if this Queen of Pain doesn't have a good day.
I really liked Royal Never Give Up's lineup until that Quap.
Yeah, it's always hard to sort of see a Quap and go, yes, that's the hero that I was looking to see.
Yeah, that's the hero who's going to win the game by time for that Spectre.
Like, well, they got great team fight. They got great ways to fight without the Spectre. Quap, Shaker, Centaur. That's a lot of lockdown, a lot of burst damage. You know, when the PL's sort of just running around with the Diffusal Blade, he is going to be very vulnerable. So maybe, but it's been quite a while since I've seen a Queen of Pain performance and gone, that's amazing. And Tigers, they go with the same answer that we saw against the Quap before. So it looks like with Tigers,
Ogre Core?
It could be
Lina offlane?
I think it might be more likely to be the Lina in the core on the side lane, yeah. But we will see. But the DK, as I was saying, that was what we saw, what picked up earlier by, who was he playing against Vega Squadron? It was, it's a long time ago, that was it?
Was not Vega versus Navi. Oh, Vega versus Navi was yesterday.
It was Vega versus,
I've written it down.
You all right?
Infamous.
You all right?
You don't know? What do you mean?
It was Vega versus Infamous.
It was
Infamous. Correct.
Yeah, it was Infamous.
Slacks.
Yeah, Infamous had the DK, and the DK crushed it. It's too beefy. They can't kill him.
Slacks, the empty box is Royal Never Give Up.
Yep.
The red crest with the tiger is Tigers. Which one do you think is going to take game number 1?
You know, I gotta go with Tigers. Owen convinced me. We saw the DK Queen matchup earlier. It was a stomp, and I believe that these two teams are about that level. So, all right, I believe it's an out draft.
Yeah, I go to Tigers as well. I don't like Queen of Pain. Dragon Knight is never going to die, and they've got the bloodlusted PL, the bloodlusted DK. Those heroes are a nightmare to sort of hold off the push against.
I think I like the draft of Tigers more, but I think RNG is going to be the better team in the series.
Oh.
I think I'm going to stick with that. Even though I don't like the Quap, I do like the other 4. So I'm going to go against Current here. And yeah, let's get it started. Game number 1 of this last series of the day, and it is over to Foxy.
Hey guys, so what are we thinking about this QoP? I feel like there's a lot of kind of split
Everyone's a hater.
on there.
I kind of agree with Sheev, though. I did really like what the setup on RNG had until the Queen of Pain. That's a hero that it's just tough. You know, you have to dominate the laning phase and just keep the ball rolling. They do have really good ways to play with it, though. They have the Earthshaker. I think that could be one of them that kind of turns the tide if he's able to make some nice rotations.
Now, is this one of those situations, though, where we've got a lot of really high cooldowns coming out from the side of, you know, Royal Never Give Up? Because, you know, you've got that Echo Slam, you've got Stampede, you've got Curse, and then, of course, Haunt that you're always going to be playing around.
Yep.
So I know that's one of the concerns, right, with the QoP is that, you know, is she going to be able to be skirmishy enough against this other team?
The thing is that, right, they have a lot of team fight, but I look at the other side, and they don't really have much whatsoever, actually. Their team fight is extremely minimal. So RNG, they've got a lot to play around when they do have all their ultis. And I mean, they have a Centaur. They have Centaur and Earthshaker versus a PL, which are two of the better heroes to actually deal with it. Zephyr, trying to eat his way
Zephyr's
through.
having a little bit of trouble here. Will just escape to the safety of his own tower. Look at the range, though, on Arctic Burn.
How many tangos was that? 3? Did he have to use right
Quite
away?
a few. That was a lot of trees that were
At
just
least 2 were used for him to cut through. Well, the brain sap, though, so.
little snack after those trees, right?
Yeah, lovely hero.
For sure.
So yeah, the PL, that's like the big win condition. I do think that RNG has that one covered, though. I do like this DK because the Bloodlust, I think, could be a bit of a difference maker versus all this AoE. But they have so much control. I think if this PL gets pressured in the laning phase, could definitely cause for some problems.
So would you say that Tigers are kind of on like a time limit here because of the fact that, you know, they do have a Spectre on the enemy team?
Maybe, yes, because it's a Spectre going to go crazy and he's going to kill like all the rest of the backline, but PL and DK, they can be scaling a bit more. It's really up to how well this Queen does in the start of the game for me.
And 1437 just dishing out that that harass over there onto the Centaur.
I think so far, Tigers are pretty happy with the way this laning phase starts. They have the PL not versus the Centaur in lane. I saw this earlier too.
What's going to happen here? So the mid lane, right? Dragon Knight should be pretty unkillable. Oh, bottom lane, though. We actually see a Fission. Nice blocking coming through that Arctic Burn. We're going to get our first blood. Monet going to have a really nice start down here.
Okay, so they're going to be doing a 3 pressure lane because they don't have the 2 like strongest support heroes. They have a Wyvern and Shaker who they take some time to commit to actually be able to contribute too much in that laning phase. You know, Wyvern, the Arctic Burn has such a long cooldown. Shaker doesn't really walk up and do too much besides just the Fission early on. But this will at least slow down the PL a bit and guarantee their Spectre farm. So I guess they want the Spectre to avoid... It's like the trade, right? Either they put this super pressure lane versus a PL and then their Spectre gets pressured, or they apply the pressure and they're just like, all right, Centaur's going to be sacked a bit here.
If they had that Arctic Burn, I think they would have taken down Zephyr that time as well. But Brain Sap going to get you a little bit more HP. My only concern is that, you know, you have a Spectre down there, you've got this aggro try. Is Spectre just going to be fighting too much, though? You know, they want to make sure that she can get herself some farm, but...
And they're not actually slowing down the PL's farm at all so far. Bane is soaking up a lot of that pressure. PL already has 8 of the last hits. And that core Ogre top has 6 out of 6 last hits and 7 denies already, so... Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm confused why they... We saw this in the earlier series as well. They don't want to put the Centaur versus PL, even though that's like the reason that this hero, you know, you're just great versus those melees.
Well, the TP comes out here. Centaur just going to take himself out of that situation.
Ooh.
Although, you know, we did talk about how Aji is supposed to be very unkillable, but he's sitting a little low here, dealing with the harass coming out.
I like the skill build by Stay. He avoids the blink, so you apply even more pressure. If he does walk up, you can add that little bit of extra damage, can turn the tide. This is a matchup that I think people have been starting to say that DK just like wins because it's the efficiency battle. It's the war of attrition, and DK tends to win that one unless you get really good rune control on QoP.
Now, Stay is XY, correct?
Yes.
Because originally, I believe it was supposed to be Setsu, but I think Setsu was actually a stand-in during the actual qualifiers itself, and now they've got XY.
That is.
And he's changed his name to Stay, so fun stuff right now.
Making it nice and confusing for all of us.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But, yeah, so it's interesting, this bottom lane, like you said. It doesn't feel like they're actually really slowing down PL's farm that much, although they're kind of in the same position here, right? Looks like Zephyr are going to have to go throughout a Nightmare. This Earthshaker just being a little too bothersome right now. We'll transfer the Nightmare over to the Wyvern. And top lane, you got Moon Meander and, of course, 1437, just putting out a lot of harass over here on the Centaur. You know, you've got lots of, you know, the stun potential coming out just so you can get off a couple clicks. Nice harass. It's feeling pretty good right now for this tanky boy.
Feeling really good for Tigers right now in general. Like the PL is getting pressured a tiny little bit. Like Spectre's getting some nice farm down bottom, but they're contributing 3 heroes down here. So levels are going to be distributed in an awkward way unless they're backing off every single time to give Spectre all that experience. And Centaur's getting absolutely nothing. He has one last hit.
Yeah, I know you were a little concerned when you saw that they picked that PL into the Centaur, but his lane is just not feeling very comfortable right now anyway, so.
Yeah, like, that, I think I've said it, like, I'm just like, usually I want to have that Centaur versus the PL, right?
Exactly,
it's like,
right.
You want to pressure him, but they set up the lanes to not do that.
Maybe they're just concerned that they don't want him to get elevated too quickly here. Again, Zephyr in for some trouble, throws out that Nightmare. They'll just wait patiently. They'll switch it off as well, and they'll give the kill over to Monet. Looks like they want to try to grab this Vandal. It's going to be pretty hard, though, to hold this guy down. Just goes ahead and doppels himself away.
So at least the
Oh,
thing is, like...
Look at the hunt here.
Yeah, the Spectre's at least avoiding this. That's the big thing. That's the only reason why I think they did it. So SRF, yeah, he's just getting sacked. He's probably going to get killed here.
Yeah, I don't think that he can get out of this one. He gets taken down by Moon. It's one happy, lucky Ogre over there. And this middle lane is just like we said, you know, it's very difficult to kill a DK. He was getting some really nice harass, though, coming out from Stay, but just used a salve. He's back in action, has a soul ring.
Now you can't actually pressure the hero anymore. Once you get those like 2 points in your Dragon Blood plus that soul ring, you're not gonna get pressured out by a Quap.
All right. Oh no, looks like the Centaur is just having a lot of difficulty. Again, staying in that lane. Do manage to go throw the Nightmare out over onto Earthshaker, and it looks like they're gonna try to chase him down. Spirit Lance gets thrown out, throws out that fissure. Still needs to be careful, sitting very, very low right now. Doesn't have anything like a stick or whatnot, so Afu's got to just scooty booty himself out of here.
He's speedy. He's got those boots from the start. So Spectre, yeah, Spectre's getting good farm. That's the one good thing I guess for RNG. But besides that, these other 2 lanes are not going well. DK now level 6, so he can just keep poking that Queen of Pain, and he can apply pressure on the tower with the catapult at that 5-minute mark. And Ogre is just absolute free farm. Okay, rotation from Wyvern. So they're trying to slow him down here. Still a pretty tough kill.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to take him down with just that kind of a rotation. I think they need another person at least.
Yeah. But then you're ganking, you know,
they need to gank a Dragon Knight.
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Not the situation you really want to be in.
Yeah.
I think Zephyr did spot out the Wyvern down that bottom room spot. It's probably waiting to see what they can find. Nice Nightmare, and it's a regen. Oh,
kills it.
No.
Very
Do
nice.
manage, though, to throw out that fissure. I think we're still probably going to lose Zephyr here, unless he can get that denial off. But nope, there's a Sonic Wave. Stay will clean up.
Killing the 5 position, though. 5 position with your Sonic Wave. Usually you want to, like, kill a mid lane or you kill one of those core heroes with that first big ulti usage, because this is the big issue with Quap, is if you see the Queen of Pain right now, that cooldown on the Sonic Wave, it's so incredibly long, and that's like your big kill threat in the early game.
So now how do they create the space for the Spectre? If you know that your Quap in the mid lane's already used her ultimate, it's going to be down for another 100-something seconds. How do you play pressure? Because you're not going to be able to use that Centaur, right? Because Centaur's just having such a difficult time trying to even stay in lane. What level is he actually at right now?
He's probably like level 4. He's actually just been
Level
sitting in the
4,
side.
yeah, that's rough. Poor
Level 4 with no money whatsoever. One last hit. So they,
a hard knock life.
yeah, so you know, I think they just contributed their supports to be securing the Spectre's farm, but they're losing the other 2 lanes quite hard, which is probably not the most ideal.
Definitely not the ideal.
Yeah.
You don't want to be losing 2 lanes.
And they committed a
Nightmare.
full tri-lane too.
And I feel like they didn't yield the greatest of results doing it either.
Yeah, I mean, he's got full frame farm at least on the Spectre, so
That's
they're all
true.
in. They're all in on Spectre, trying to just 100% carry this game by himself now.
But then our Tiger's just going to be placing so much pressure that he's not able to catch up. I guess that's the big question, right? How efficient are you? How efficient are you if you're Tigers? Are you going to be taking, you know, each of the right steps along the way here to ensure that you can get online before the Spectre becomes a huge threat?
I think they probably will be, because they've got Dragon Knight, so he naturally will just poke and push a tower and get an objective. And same thing with a really, really farmed Ogre, who is full mana and just sitting top. That's just Moon's Haven now. And SRF can't really find too much here as he's running through the jungle.
It's not often that you see a Centaur running away from Alina, right?
Yeah. a support leader.
Ooh, yeah. And there's a nice nightmare set up. Light Striker, Gonna be able to use that Dragon Slave. Try to take him down here. And they do
Gets the
turn
stun.
around over onto Stay, and they'll be able to take him out before he can even blink.
Oh my goodness, I'm already so worried for RNG. It's like it's all in on Monet now. Like Queen of Pain, you've lost your laning phase. Centaur, they're a crucial hero to actually have blink in order for them to get to initiation. Has 1,200 net worth. I think Moon just stays up here. They should just keep it as is.
Well, what are they
For
going to do?
Tigers.
They can't rotate, because if they rotate, then that's going to put pressure on the Spectre, right? And then the Quap just she's suffering very, very hard. She's not able to get much done here because she's got such a high cooldown. They've actually got a whole Hood of Defiance now picked up over on the Ogre. Zephyr, they use the Haunt. He's going to be able to TP himself out. Nope, not with that Fissure. Never mind. Brain Sap comes out, though. Does manage to stay alive a little bit longer, but Stay will get that kill.
All right, good usage of the Haunt there. Just making sure Monet can at least secure himself one last hit. He needs to be an absolute beast in this game. I think maybe when they have all their 6s too on their supports, that's when they can actually start making more plays because they'll have that big team fight that we were mentioning.
There's the Stampede coming through. Big multicast, though, coming out over onto Spectre immediately. But that is a lot of people chasing after. One tiny Moon Meander, but he does have that Hood. He's chasing after Monet. He would really love to get this kill. Can they find it, though? They'll go get a chance to hit him. They'll get multicaster just coming out. Ding, ding, ding for this guy. And they'll be able to take down the Hero Shaker. Nice Sonic Wave coming through, though. Do manage to take down Afu. And then they will finally slay Moon Meander.
Nice rotation by the Quap.
There goes the tower, though.
Secure that, but yeah. Whenever you move as a Queen of Pain versus a DK, you will lose your tower. And now PL has the pressure alleviated off of him, so he should be able to farm nicely down bottom.
Yeah, there was a lot of TPs and such that were used during that, especially, you know, seeing the Wyvern leave at the last second. So he's got a lot of space here, and that seems to be the name of the game right now, is that you want to make as much space as possible, whether you are on the side of Royal Never Give Up or on the side of Tigers.
I'm always just so worried when I see Queen of Pain and it's pre-10 minutes and you've died once already and you didn't like dominate your lane. He's got 3 kills at least, but look at those last hits. It's only 46 last hits on the Quap, and we see the net worth being affected because of that. As Ajit, Dragon Form is up. Go hit a building.
Now, how do you feel about the Spectre going for the Radiance first? Because I believe that's what's queued up right now.
He switched to Manta and then he switched back to Radiance. I think he has to get a quick Radiance in this game or they're just going to get completely run over. But I think they still probably will get run over anyway.
You don't think it's not a good idea to get something maybe a little bit more defensive like a Vanguard?
No, he needs to go for something like just some huge impact item in this game. If he goes for Vanguard, they're gonna have huge damage issues.
Okay, that makes sense, especially when you've got this Quap too.
Yeah. SRF. This has to be his home now. He should be like maybe even just deny spamming so he can just farm a Blink Dagger safely here. Because their playmaking is gonna be really tough without the Centaur Blink early on.
Yeah, they're not the most. I mean, you've got the Haunt, right? You've got the Stampede coming in, but like you really do, you know, you could use a little bit more initiation, and you know that Earthshaker's not going to have anything quite soon. And if the Quap just jumps in the middle of everything, she's going to get blown up.
Yep.
So. The other side of things, though, there's not really great initiation coming out from the side of Tigers, right?
Until they have the Shadow Blade on DK, yeah.
And he's doing quite well, so it's possible that we'll see that fairly soon. Oh, there we go. There's Ignite. Laguna Blade comes out, and Meander gets a nice kill.
Sometimes that can just be your initiation too. You know, when your Ogre has
just run in with your face.
Yeah, a Hood. He's going for Aether Lens. He can just walk up to you, and they're just gonna stay up here with that Ogre. I like this, being able to pressure all these towers every time. They're gonna have so much map control because of this, and RNG, they can't hit buildings. Their heroes just don't.
They don't even have Echo Slam up and running yet over on Afu. They have Dragon Form up, I believe, now, so if they want to try to take a fight, they can. They will just pop it, try to push down the tower. They do have a Cardi with them as well, so they should be feeling pretty good. And look at Afu, he just can't do anything. He really would love to get in there and maybe, you know, get a denial off on this tower. He's looking for the Fissure, doesn't matter.
The Wyvern dying there was actually so costly for them because he's the only one who can really deep push on that team. He has to be there to be able to defend those tier 1s and tier 2s. I mean, all the tier 1s are dead now, so he has to be there to defend those tier 2s, but they couldn't there. As now it's already 5k gold lead.
Nothing like a tier 2 at 12 minutes.
And even if the Spectre does get pretty big now, PL is already extremely farmed and Dragon Knight as well. And another catch, they find this Wyvern. RNG, they are under so much pressure.
Tigers owns this jungle. They own this jungle completely. You cannot step in there one by one. Maybe you can flush them out if you have everybody, right? If you get a big group, but if you start going in one by one like that, you're just going to start feeding, and they are going to gobble you up.
Yeah, and they have to find a way to do it with like a smoke because they can't just walk in. They have to assume that there's wards already placed up here by Tiger.
Not sure about this. All right, they do get the hunt. They take out the Lina. That is a support, though. They'll come back in.
Nice.
They'll jump over here on Moonman. There's 4 people going after this tanky boy. Multicast comes out. He's actually still alive. Will fall, though. But it does take quite a bit to take down that ogre.
They have to, though. They have to commit extra resources to outnumber Tigers at this point, but Tigers will be able to farm a lot of it on the rest of their heroes because of it. And they had to, what, blow only 2 ultis.
Yeah, they actually still held on to the Queen of Pain Sonic Wave. So that's good. That's their ace in their pocket, right? If they need to take a fight or something, there is that threat. And they do also have the Winter's Curse, which we haven't seen one used just yet.
How's our Centaur Blink Dagger doing? That's the big thing I'm looking for. He's actually doing quite well. All right, so that's going to be a big one to be able to help out a bit here. But Tigers, they've got their initiation. They've got this Shadow Blade on the DK now, and he's just going to be hunting. They've got good deep vision. Actually, I think they lost one of their wards in the enemy jungle, but they still have pretty good vision on the map on the side of Tigers.
And they also haven't had the reveal of the Shadow Blade, so they're not going to be expecting it just yet. I mean, obviously, you know, they probably are going to be anticipating, but they don't know exactly when it's going. And they do get a nice smoke over here. And they're looking for a stay, I think.
Either one of them. Getting that Wyvern again. If they get him again, that tower is going to go down. Oh,
yeah,
no.
There goes our Wyvern.
And tier 2.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just playing very, very quickly coming out here from the side of Tigers, which is exactly what they need to do. Like you said, they've got a DK every time Dragon forms up. They're going to be pushing or taking a fight. And they need to just cut off all these resources from the Spectre.
Yeah, Spectre's close to that relic, so he should have a pretty good timing on that Radiance anyway. All the eggs in the Monet basket.
Just gotta protect that Spec.
Centaur almost blinked too, so pretty big crucial timings upcoming for RNG. They've got all their ultis available soon too. Spectre's still waiting on that haunt.
Here a Nightmare somewhere. Looks like at the Enchant Totem out over here on Moon. We'll just put that to sleep. Oh boy, they clean up on Afu just really, really quickly, so they don't have to worry about that.
All 4 bounties. All 4 of them. Tigers. They're rich.
They can retire now.
Not quite yet. Soon, though.
Soon.
It's looking pretty good for them so far. Monet, this will be a big timing if he's able to get this.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Stay. Stay is going to stay here for a little while because he's going to get slain by Ajit.
Queen of Pain.
That's very unfortunate, that grab there for her.
It's pretty far down by herself, though. And that Bane just finds the opportunity.
Well, maybe you have this feeling of just, you know, oh, yeah, you know, I'm a co-op. I can blink away. I've got fast enough reflexes. But unfortunately, in that case, it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
Is Lina wearing the witch's hat?
I think 1437 has it.
Yeah. Yeah, getting in that Halloween mood. I like it. I like it.
Oh, this is a nice smoke coming in. They're using their one ward they do have in the jungle. They're trying to catch
Oh, they're going to get themselves an SRF here.
Oh, there's a sentry
forward.
down. He sees Ajit.
He's not going to be able to get away fast enough, though. Not with all the lockdown coming out from him. Multicast. Again,
Oh my
Ajit
God,
gets
Moon's multing
nothing.
every cast.
Yeah, they upped the chance on that, right? It's like a 60% chance for multicast every time?
Yeah, but it's been like every single time so far.
That's a lucky moon, me.
That's a lucky moon.
You know, he was in the kitchen earlier and he asked me, do we have any green tea? And I said, boy, do I have some green tea for you. Gave some green tea. I told him we got some bananas too. He did his pregame ritual.
I knew something.
That's why he's crushing it. That's what you guys got to do. You want to get that MMR? Got to do the moon meander.
Stalking Monet. Monet's 800 from that
Oh,
radiance.
he's not going to cancel it out though.
Ouch. That was a bit of a long TP too. That was
Yeah.
scary.
Alrighty. Well, stay standing over here on the side. Oh, I wonder if Moon.
Uh-oh.
Moon
Uh-oh.
spots out the quap.
He
Gotta know something's
he
up.
might die.
Oh, they're followed up with the Light Striker, right? Do they have the Laguna? Yes, they do. Will manage, though, to blank herself out. Hide up into these trees here.
All right. Treads plus strength
Thank
talent.
God for that wand, right?
Yeah. Treads, strength talent, and wand protecting her this time. And that means Afu gets some space bottom to get this Blink Dagger. So now they'll have better ways to actually be able to initiate the fights. And Spectre is very close to Radiance.
That would be really, really big for them. It's actually interesting, right? Because we've only got 18 kills on the board. It feels like we've seen so much more action. Although, you know, 18 kills in like a 17-minute game, not bad.
Yep.
Not bad.
Tigers have taken out a lot of towers, though, with all their movements.
Yeah, it's very efficient. I like it.
Radiant's bottom tower.
So what's their next move coming out here from from Tigers? Because obviously RNG, they want to wait, they want to get these Blink Daggers online, they want to get that Radiance online, just try to defer for as long as possible. What are we going to see here coming out of Tigers, though?
They're just going to still keep hunting on this DK.
Okay.
That's the best thing they can do. Just keep one lane, 1 or 2 lanes occupied with one hero to just, you know, give information so that RNG feels a little bit safer, and then the DK is going to just keep hunting with the Bane.
I like all the sentry wards that they're placing down there because they know that he's going to be hunting. He's going to be making his way through. Will pop that dragon form just a little early here. Guessing he wants to put some more pressure on this tower.
Yeah, he wants that tier 2 taken out so they can get even easier invasions around that, you know, the farming triangle.
And he's very close to that Radiance right now. 1437 hiding out in the trees.
Blink Dagger on Shaker, so they've got their whole kit now. They've got the Blink Centaur, they've got the Blink Shaker, and they're gonna pretty much have that Radiance on Spectre. This is their big time to try to make a comeback happen because they're still 8K behind.
Okay. Hey, look at the current gold. Oh my goodness. DK's got quite a bit there. Top of the net worth.
What's he saving up for? Saw he just had the Shadow Blade. Does he rush a Silver Edge in this game, or does he want to go for something else?
Oh no, but the Radiance is online, so that feels pretty good right now for RNG.
Yeah, they're looking for a fight.
We'll spot out Meander, but it's a little bit quick here.
Tiger seems to know this is happening. They all kind of back up.
I feel like they don't know where they want to go, though, on RNG. They're just kind of running around in circles.
They don't really have any vision of anybody right now. Now they see a Bane, and this might be what they settle for, but I don't think Tigers would be too upset about that at all.
No. Yeah, they'll jump, get the stomp off, throw out the Shadow Dagger, Scream of Pain, and takedowns effort. But we do have a BKB, too, picked up on that.
Oh, he just went full BKB.
He went full BKB, and that's pretty darn good against that team right now.
That is actually the best choice, yeah. I thought he might be going for like some Silver Edge thing for the Spectre, but this is definitely the better choice.
For sure.
Versus Shaker Centaur versus Quap. There's actually like very limited physical damage on the side of RNG.
Oh, they're trying to go after Meander here. They're trying to get that stuff. Look, there's another multicast followed up with the fissure. Oh, that's a big spell.
Oh,
they fought with the curse, though. Oh, no, what a disaster. They're going to try to run themselves out of this. They know that they've done messed up right now. Still will manage to take out 1437, but that's just a support. Lena Fiend's group comes out, though. They found themselves a Monet. Can they lock him down long enough? In comes the Quap. Nice multicast again. This guy is so lucky he needs to go buy a lotto ticket now, and they're going to try to chase after Monet. Need a little bit more damage. That Spirit Lance coming in hot. And they will take out the Spectre.
RNG.
Oh, they're not done yet. They found themselves Stay, and Stay's gonna stay for a while as a corpse.
You know, we were out we hung out with Adam for a little bit last night after the games ended, and Adam was like, you know, we're really good, you know, 3-4-3 of course. So he's like, we're really good at stacking our Winter's Curse with all of our abilities in the wrong way, and it happens again. Oh, I feel so bad right now. That was their big reveal. That was the first reveal of that Earthshaker Blink Dagger, and they stacked the curse with it. Unfortunately, all of Tigers in position, and Monet, he jumps into the backlines, kills Alina, but pays with his life. Not worth it.
No, that would have been so beautiful otherwise. I think just both of them got so excited, and just the communication wasn't there.
Rough.
Very, very unfortunate to see that happen, especially in a professional match.
They've done it a lot of times, though. Yesterday, I think I saw them do it 3 times in one game.
Oh, dear.
They did an RP into a Wyvern Curse into a Cataclysm, and we all were very sad.
Yeah.
Adam was very upset.
Let's not throw them under the bus here. Let's move on to something more positive, right? They're still trying, you know?
Yeah, they're still trying. It's just that's the Blink reveal, right? Now the Shaker, they know that the Shaker has Blink Dagger. They know, of course, the Spectre has that Radiance finished up. And they get themselves an Aegis out of this too, and their PL is just keep continuing that momentum forward. DK also keeping a very good pace of farm.
Would like to see them take another objective here, coming out from the side of Tigers. Just keep up that pressure, but of course, you know, they're pushing out all their lanes, being efficient.
Yeah, I mean, they're still getting a lot of farm. The PL can just continue farming while the rest of the 4 look for moves.
Gotta hope Moon doesn't go up into their jungle. There's so many sentry wards there.
But he's tanky.
He is tanky, but there's only so much that you can tank after a certain point. Do like the fact that they do have those sentry wards everywhere. It's got to be really rough on the Wyvern to have to supply all those. This Wyvern's not feeling very wealthy right now. Afu kind of just chilling out in the corner. Looks like they found themselves a friend, but will be able to escape.
Look at their meeting down bottom with the PL. PL is going to force the lane out, getting close to Manta style. Oh man, they're definitely going to have issues. Queen of Pain and Centaur not able to farm nearly as well as this PL and Dragon Knight.
I like that this Lina is getting the Bloodlust because coupled with the Fiery Soul, she's just going to be hitting like a chain gun. And that's a support Lina too. I mean, she's only got 1 point in that Fiery Soul right now, but eventually it's going to be a bigger threat than, you know, most supports here.
For her, it's mostly for positioning, right? Like if you look at your movement speed, you're 495, you're bound to be able to set up your stuns because you're so speedy now. If there was like an egg or something, I'd be a lot happier with Bloodlust, but attack speed, support Lina.
Hey man, it's working. It's working. It just feels like it's so dangerous to farm around this map, right? Because you see there's a full invasion going on from the Radiant. It looks like they're trying to mirror just a little bit coming out from the side of RNG because they know that they're going to be hunting the Spectre, but there's only so much vision really being placed down around here. You've got a couple over on the right side. Oh, Nightmare comes out here. Yep.
That's a long stun. Long stun by the Ogre. Now they know that there's a ward on the high ground there. At least the Queen of Pain does know that that left one is placed, but she gets caught again in a very deep position and a free transition into a push for Tigers.
Yeah, that opens the door so that they can take this down, and if they really wanted to, they can put a little bit of pressure over here onto this high ground, and it looks like they are thinking about it. They have the Dragon Form pop. They know that they really don't want to fight without this Queen of Pain right now.
And they're fighting into an Aegis, a BKB on this DK. RNG's trying to stall out as much as possible.
Yeah, look at Monet. He's trying. He turns off his Radiance even just in case, you know, they're really trying to hunt. There might be a DK all of a sudden nearby, but he's just going to have to flee now. We get the Manta Style picked up over on the PL. Such
a fear when your Spectre is the only one who can farm on the map, and right now can't farm at all. Everybody else is kind of just trapped in the base, so they're going to make a smoke out to look for a play. Centaur, I believe, just finished up at Crimson Guard, so that's one thing that could be pretty nice versus that Phantom Lancer. But there's also a lot of damage and a lot of control coming out on the side of Tigers besides that PL. They haven't really been fighting, so they're setting up for the bounty.
Oh boy. Yeah, they go forward immediately, throwing out the Fissure, going to be able to go lock in this PL for a little longer. Oh, they missed the stomp, though. And they're going to use that Stampede to run everybody out. They do not want to take this fight right now.
Bounties again for Tigers. 4 of them. That gold lead continuing to increase.
I thought that was going to go a little bit better considering the fact they didn't have the Lina with them.
Yeah, they're so scared to... They'd have to commit too much to kill this Phantom Lancer who has Aegis and a Hood. They'd have to throw pretty much all of their abilities. They're still absolutely lacking so much damage. And the next choice will be that Silver Edge for Ajid. So he will be able to break the Spectre in a lot of these situations. I am very worried for RNG. Even if they can get like all of their spells to go off perfectly, I do feel like Tigers, they're building the right items, they're tanking up. And this PL and DK, they're matching the pace of farm as a Spectre.
RNG felt a little like indecisive too after that smoke because you saw them kind of go forward, then kind of back off, and kind of go forward, and you can't afford to hesitate in this game because the longer that you take, the more time that your enemies get to set up if they have any idea of what's coming. And it should have gone a little bit different too because you consider the fact they're going up onto the high ground, right? They don't have that vision there, and it did not work out, obviously.
Yeah, game is hard. When your Queen of Pain does not have a good laning phase, we have seen time and time again what does happen.
He's got that heart queued up. We've got a Silver Edge completed now on the DK.
They're feeling very comfortable.
Game is hard if you're RNG.
Yeah. Tigers are in a very comfortable spot. They've got all 3 cores farming incredibly well. Even 1437, the Lina, about to surpass the Centaur. So Yules as well as the Natherland. You see he's just been farming for quite a long time. 92 last hits on this support Lina. He knows that they can just continue to scale, and they're only playing versus a single core lineup of a Spectre.
Yeah, this is kind of harkens back to some of the older days where it was like the straight up 4 protect 1 strat that we were seeing out of a lot of the Chinese teams.
Yep.
It's just not that kind of a patch, I don't believe. What do you think?
In some situations, if you're actually able to like get good farm, but there's a reason we don't see Queen of Pain, right? If you have like some kind of Lina, that's a hero that can like crush the lane, you can progress. But Queen, just not a good hero.
What would you have preferred to see? Because obviously the Lina got picked up for the side of Tigers. What would you have preferred to see maybe in that mid lane? Actually, smoke with the Spectre here.
They didn't have the overall last pick, so they were just trying to pick something safe.
Just wasn't sure if you had something that you thought would be the perfect cherry on top of the sundae, so to speak.
Just something that can fight, that isn't like any type of spellcast that isn't a Queen of Pain, to be honest. Like,
scanning.
They actually use the hunt.
They're trying to get some vision out of it, but...
They're so spread out, though. I don't know.
Tigers, they even use a Chow Wheel. They just give it a haha from the PL. He's He's fine with this. That's a
That
big
was a
team
big
fight.
committal.
Event. Yeah.
And they didn't get anything out of it. They were spread out.
Oof.
Just funny because usually, you know, when there's a Spectre, you don't want to be spread out. You don't want to spread out all that desolate. But in this case, they knew that they had quite the team fight.
Yep. And I mean, they're just continuing this gold lead. It just keeps going up and up. It was at 10,000. Now it was at 12. Then it was at 12. And then now it's at 14.
Look at that.
Continually increase. Yep. They're not even setting up for kills or anything. You're just like, all right, well, we'll just farm the map. If you're giving us the map, we'll suffocate you.
They're definitely starving them out here. They can't go into their jungle. They can't, like you saw like earlier with the Spectre in the bottom lane, consistently just using that dagger to move up through the tree line because they didn't want to show himself. And they also turned off his radiance. Like that's how spooked this Spectre actually is.
And before RNG, they were able to at least like protect their jungle because they had so many sentries down, right? But now at this point, Tigers, they're like, all right, well, you can buy sentries. Bane's like, fine, I'll buy 10 sentries and place them absolutely everywhere. So now you don't have any vision outside the base.
Got him.
Got him.
Well, bottom tower is just slowly getting chipped away. I believe that is the last outer tower. Oh, no.
Ooh.
What was that? Playing with your food a little bit here, 1437.
Mind games, two supports. The support Lina as well as that offlane Ogre, they find the kill easy on the Quap. And, oh, Stay. Stay has just been staying dead.
Feels bad, man. All right, well, Ajit, he's been feeling really good this game. He's got that BKB, he's got the Silver Edge, he is all kitted out. Even this Lina, you know, it's a support Lina, and she's got quite a bit of gold on her.
Yeah, they're just farming.
Clean up and help out in a lot of these fights.
They know that RNG is just trapped in their base, so yeah, they're just playing the farm game. They know that they can win this game late when they've got such an advantage.
So when did they go for that Roche?
When it spawns.
That's true. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I did that earlier, don't worry. Earlier, I was like, I don't know why they're not going Roche. And I was like, and it's because it's dead.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah. That would be a very good reason.
They're keeping their map control up here. So RNG, they walk into a DK.
Oh, right. It's everyone with the BKB coming out here. There's 4 of these heroes just blocked. Around they go, and they throw out the Vigil. They're looking over here on the Lina. They're going to be able to use that Yules. That Sonic Wave coming out. Laguna comes out and just cleans up over there on Foods. And so much trouble. The buybacks are coming out, though. Earthshaker, he wants a piece of this action. He's not ready to get taken out here. Zephyr having trouble. They'll go and get that Echo Slam off. They'll take down Moon Meander here. They're still going after Afu. They'll be able to take him down too. And look at this legion of cats. They're going right over here. They really want to get this kill over here onto Monet. They'll be able to get a triple kill. And that's going to be only Stay alive. But for how long, Fog? Because they're chasing after her. They don't want to let her go.
How many buybacks? How many buybacks was that too? That was what, Earthshaker and, okay, Lina on the other side. But that's Echo Slam committed. They did not get a curse off again.
And they only got the supports.
Yeah,
That is not what you want to see. Centaur's going to buy back now too. How much longer we got here on this dragon form? Another buyback, Spectre. No Haunt.
Okay, they can back up, pick up all the items they just got from that fight. Now they're at 19,000 gold lead. Bounty runes to spawn too. And Roche is pretty much available for them. So Ogre gonna respawn, and we could just see Tigers go take that fight. Go look for that Roche. Full heart.
That's so expensive to have your Spectre buy back. Like,
yeah.
That's, oh no.
They've got the Bane coming in too. Do they have it?
They've got the Laguna, got that Nightmare. They're just gonna give him a couple love taps maybe? No, they're gonna let Mr. Moon clean up.
That's the support Lina hunting the Queen of Pain. Time and time again.
Yeah, like look how, they're like almost neck and neck too on all that. All right, let's look at this fight.
The focus fire by Ajit's really nice. So he goes right on top of Adam here. 343 just dies without being able to cast a spell. Does not have buyback. Fight turns into a bit of a chaotic one. 1437 uses the Laguna on kind of a dead Earthshaker, but they force out all these buybacks, but just this sheer amount of gold because of how tanky they are. Ajit and Wonder Kid, we're just looking at these two. DK and PL just able to dominate that fight.
And there's so much going on during all that. And you know often he really wants to come back, but I think he only managed to take down Moon Meander with that Echo Slam, which is not optimal. That's not what you want to be buying back for.
And now we watch Afu.
Just slowly, yeah. The head shake. And there we go. There it is. There's the Roche that we were talking about now that he's actually alive.
Now that he's alive.
Now he's alive.
And there's little to no way for RNG. Actually, there is no way for RNG to contest. Earthshaker's dead. No Echo Slam anyway. Spectre Haunt's not available.
Yeah,
and now it's going to be an Aegis, a Cheese, a full AC finished on Dragon Knight 2. Has a level 20 talent too. Oh boy. RNG. Look to be.
How do you kill this Phantom Lancer?
Yeah, I don't think they can. With a heart, they don't have the damage.
With a heart, with an Aegis, with Bye, both thumb.
Lina, the 4 position, has now surpassed our mid Queen of Pain.
This is a really nice pickup for them.
Yep, level 19. Queen of Pain only level 18.
I just feel like Stay cannot find any place to fire. Like, it becomes the issue, right? Because Spectre needs to find farm, but also Stay definitely needs to as well. And Stay's having to be a little bit more risky, right? Because you don't want your Spectre to get jumped. Oh, no. Oh, that is a giant bait.
Oh, God. Fiend's Grip. A moment of silence for Stay.
Yep. Press F to pay respects.
I think I've seen that happen quite a lot in this game. Just he's trying to take the risky farm, but they've got more than enough ways to set up for him.
Well, anytime that he's visible, they just punish it immediately. Yep. The response is just so quick. Look at that net worth lead.
That's a lot of green dots on the board too there, and not a whole lot of little orange ones besides these little support support heroes.
I don't know. All right, we've got that
Brutal.
Aegis online. Gonna have Dragon Form up in 6 seconds here. Got one heck of a strong Phantom Lancer. Got Cheese. Things are looking pretty good. Oh, the dodge immediately coming out here from K. Well, let's go. Chip down that tower. Nothing. No big deal there. Nice fissure gets thrown out. It's not really going to deter them. It's going to be the cold embrace here. They're looking. There's a jump forward, though, coming out from center. We'll be able to land a really nice stop, but it doesn't matter. Look at him. He just takes apart 3-4-3. Immediately, they'll turn their attention now over onto Centaur. He's going to get taken down. That's a double kill. Haunt comes out. They're searching around here. Oh, no. Oh, Monet. Ash is wicked sick. They call it GG. Oh. And then they'll also just clean up the Earthshaker as well. Get a nice kill. 3-4-3, just accepting his fate. Allows them to wail on him.
Rough game. They put all the eggs in the Monet basket. He did farm pretty well, but Stay on the Queen of Pain loses the lane, dies once or twice in the beginning in the early game, and the game just feels so hard for them to actually make plays. They just don't have any damage coming in.
So
I hope we don't see Queen of Pain anymore.
Yeah, I was about to say. So I know a lot of people were just saying, oh, that with that quad pick, that was like awful. Everything else with the draft was really good. But I think also, the fact that they kind of did this interesting tri lane, right? They did the aggro try onto the Phantom Lancer with the Spectre, and it just didn't do enough. Whereas you were saying, you would have loved to have seen the Centaur faced off with the PL. But I guess, it was risky because if you send them up top, then you've got, of course, the Lina and the Ogre that are constantly, throwing out the harass.
It does almost feel like these, the two supports, the Ogre and the Wyvern, they can't actually protect anything. So they wanted to set themselves up to at least be able to put the pressure on. But because of that, they completely sack their Centaur, who gets a kind of late Blink Dagger. And you have this Ogre and Lina, who, Ogre is a massive core, and then Lina, 1-4-3-7 transitioned perfectly. He just farmed the map. Yeah, that was...
It was rough.
That was definitely rough. So we're going to be cutting to a quick break here, and hopefully RNG can punch back and bring this to an even series.